So I got my first comment that I don't know if you want to call it a troll trying to rain on my parade, or if maybe he's just trying to call me out or whatever, but involving AI. So I thought I'd just take an opportunity to address it and explain why I'm using it and how I use it. I haven't really been hiding it either. Like I have it on my webpage in the about contact. I address it there. Yeah, so part of why I've been using it, so like I've been designing a card game over the years, and like the artwork's it's really hokey on it, like I don't really, like I've been using a lot of royalty free images, and it's like, it's stuff like, while I played with a lot of friends and people, it's not something that I want to take like, to the next level until it looks good and I have artwork for it. And oh, whoops, wrong way. I've approached other artists over the years and stuff about kind of being involved, and the responses I've always got is like, unless I can like afford to pay them now, they're not interested. And like I'm broke, like I'm just trying to take care of myself, like. So I got a little sidetracked of ADHD and forgot to actually explain how I use AI. So my girlfriend's an aspiring tattoo artist, and she actually helps me out a ton with like outlines and stuff to like for structure for things. It's not always as simple as just, input, here's a great image to use, it fits exactly what I want. Sometimes it is, which is cool, but it's kind of rare. So yeah, like she helps me with a lot of outlines and setting structure up for like how we want the images to come out, and then I go in and do a lot of like image isolation, editing, because you get some wonky stuff in AI a lot, and then yeah, a lot of layering to put stuff together, and all the collectible card frame stuff and everything. Like those are all me. A lot of symbols are me that I've been making over the years. But yeah, no, I definitely use AI Assist because my artistic skills aren't up to the level of like a final product. But my girlfriend's an awesome artist, and so like I also really feel like using AI is like a great way for like graphic designers and artists to kind of collaborate and make some amazing imagery together. So I understand it's a controversial topic for a lot of reasons, but I'm just kind of I'm using the tools that I have. I'm kind of trying to build something from nothing, and right now AI is all I can really do and afford. So until I can afford to hire real artists, this is what I'm working with. And that kind of brings me to the next thing. So this is kind of mental health related, but yeah, I mean, a lot of what I'm doing too is like I've been struggling with my mental health a lot this last year for a number of reasons. My best friend at 25 years almost died in a car accident, which was kind of crazy, especially because he's been my biggest supporter of what I'm doing this whole time. So to have him like almost die and me not really kind of take my card game to the next level, I want him to be around to see that. So between that and some other things, like I've just been really struggling with my mental health this last year. I was diagnosed with PTSD a little over 10 years ago, involving like there was a lot of childhood trauma and abuse, and domestic violence. Cops were at my place like all the time as a kid. And then I got arrested as a teenager when I started fighting back a couple times. So yeah, and so then this last year I've been diagnosed bipolar 2 and borderline personality disorder, which that's fun to deal with, especially because it's like scary for most people. I think I have a lot better handle on stuff now than when I was younger, for sure, especially the more I learn about stuff and continue in therapy and whatnot, which I have like a team now. But yeah, like, and I'm in the middle of getting diagnosed for what seems likely ADHD, and autism seems likely too, or it could be I just have highly scoring autistic traits from like my childhood development issues and stuff. But either way, that's been kind of hard to process. But yeah, anyway, so like a lot of what I'm doing, honestly, is just kind of coping mechanism. Like these things I've been wanting to do for years. I've been developing my own game, and like I'd love to be able to hire artists at some point, and use real art and make it more collaborative. But I'm broke and not really taking care of myself. I struggle to hold jobs. I struggle to make friends. I struggle to maintain friends and relationships. I just tend to be too open and honest, and rub people the wrong way a lot. I have a hard time keeping my mouth shut. Just a lot of things. So like a lot of what I'm doing is, just it's yeah, I'm trying to make a living at it, but it's helping me with my mental health as well, and I'm not really making any sales yet and whatnot, but I feel like my card game, like that's the process. Like I was really hoping this would kind of help pay for prints and stuff, because making the cards and stuff gets expensive. I definitely spend a lot more than I make, and now that I've been working so much this last year on the visual aspect, my ideas for my game have evolved quite a bit. So when I'm to a point where I can put out a product that looks better than the hokey stuff that I showed you, like I already have some designed here with the new stuff. You see, they basically my avatar's level. With my original game, it had positioning and movement. That's always something that I wanted to incorporate. And then as much as I love Magic, I hate the mechanic of mana, where you can get nothing but mana or no mana, and you basically just sit and play a one-sided game watching your opponent beat you. So in my game, it has just a constant resource mechanic that can be increased, but you at least get a base amount per turn. And then I want to add more movement related stuff to it, so I'm kind of in the middle of a rework. A lot of like my friends and people that played it think that I should really just put it out as is, but it's like I've changed so much, like with like elemental symbols ideas that I want to incorporate into my game now, and with the boom of like grid-based maps and miniatures these last couple of years, I really want to adapt my game to be playable on a grid-based map, where you use miniatures and stuff on the map to move everything around, and then your cards off the map have stats, have the stats and abilities and hit points and all that, and obviously the customization and collectability of a card game, where my first set here had like 200, almost 240 or 50 cards, so like a lot of different ways to make decks and play and stuff. And my good friend Sensei at Popcorn and Pork Rinds is actually working on a prologue read for me for what I have to set up the world state. So, and he sent me a snip of that the other day, and man, he's really putting awesome work into it. It gave me goosebumps. I'm excited. Hopefully you guys will see that soon. Anyway, this is already long, so thanks for checking it out. I appreciate it.